All right, let's move on to the preseason award show that we're about to do, Kwab. Welcome. Take a seat. Take a seat. Preseason awards. This is who we are going to pick for the NBA awards. Our picks. It's the first ever preseason dime award show. We're just going to make our picks. MVP, most improved, coach of the year, sixth man, all that good stuff. We're going to get it on the record right now for you. Let us know what you got in the comments as well. I know Kwab is super prepared for this. I've been super prepared for this. Let's get things started.
I am not.
First.
Hey, disclaimer: I am not prepared for this. So if
you are so prepared,
if you watch this or you listen to this, if you watch this and you listen to this and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that," I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. So
care. But leave a comment anyway. Let us know what you think. Who's going to win these awards? Let's start small stakes here. Sixth man of the year, Kwab. The winner is.
I would say I feel like Brogdon can repeat.
Okay. Even though he's on Portland and might be traded in the middle of the season.
Yeah, but I'm looking at they've said they're gonna trade him, but then I've also heard they're not gonna trade him. They want to keep him. So if they're gonna keep him and he's just gonna be coming off the bench, that your bench, looking at your bench lineup is actually like pretty decent compared to other teams with him, Rob Williams, and a bunch of forwards, and he's just in there to like score and get buckets. That's per usual. So I feel like he has a small chance of repeating.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Emmanuel quickly.
Oh my God, a Knicks player? Shocker,
yeah,
guys.
Listen, this is not. I don't do homer picks. For everyone knows, I'm not a homer. I'm not. You know this.
Shocker.
I'm not. Listen, he was second last year. He came on strong. I think he finally knows his role. I think Tibbs finally has empowered him in this role. I do think in order for the Knicks to be good again, he's going to have to score the basketball a lot. He's going to be a main component in why the Knicks are good or not good. And I do think he's going to have a green light. I do think he's going to have the numbers. He's going to have the minutes. He's going to have the impact. And a lot of six men just like don't get that opportunity, right? A lot of six men are just kind of like throw it out there and you kind of just like you play your role. You play maybe 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and that's it. There are very few six men in this league who like are a main component as to why their team succeeds or not. Brogdon was that last year. To me, this year it's Emmanuel Quickley. I think he has the biggest role out of all the six men in the league that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure you could probably find some other teams as well. But yeah, I'm going to go Emmanuel.
Do you have a dark horse pick?
No.
Nobody's thinking about?
It's Emmanuel Quickley.
No. Someone just popped in my mind. So
who? Go ahead.
Peyton Pritchard.
Come on, man. Stop it. Listen, I like Peyton Pritchard, and I'm happy he got a contract extension, but this guy didn't even get burned last year. You think he's going to come into this new role and win sixth man of the year immediately? I think he'll be fine, but to win sixth man of the year over Emmanuel Quickley?
Yes.
Let's move on to clutch player of the year. Clutch player of the year. The winner is Kwab. What do you have?
Who do you have first? Let's go with you first.
I have SGA as my clutch player.
Very nice. Very nice.
I think the Thunder are going to be a surprise team this year. Not so surprised. I think a lot of people are expecting it, and I think they're going to reach those expectations of being a team that you have to take seriously. They're also a team that, like, they give the ball to SGA in the clutch. Like, it just is what it is. He's going to take that shot, and he's really freaking good in the clutch. And I think, De'Aaron Fox last year was a very unique scenario where, he was just in the fourth quarter the guy and hit a bunch of shots. I'm not saying it's a coincidence. I think he could do it again, but he had a special year. I think going into this year, it's going to be SGA. I think there are going to be a lot of moments with the Thunder in close games, for a lot of fourth quarters with the Thunder in close games, and I think he's going to be the guy for them. And I think he's going to have a lot of moments because he's had a lot of moments in the past, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. So SGA is my guy for clutch player of the year. What about you?
Very nice. My clutch player of the year is actually going to be two players. I feel like whoever it's going to end up on the Mavs. So whoever gets the ball at the end, either Luka or Kyrie, because I feel like they're going to end up being a lot of close games just because I don't know what they're going to look like defensively. So those two are going to end up having to shoot them out of games. So it's
okay.
So it might be
back into games.
Yeah, get back into games and win it. Yeah. Just because they're both tough shot makers, and they're especially in the end of games. And the problem is that defenses are gonna have to choose. You're not gonna want to double off one of them. So
yeah,
is going to cause matchup problems. So yeah, the Coke clutch player of the year is going to be. It's going to go to the Mavs Stars. So that's who I'm picking.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's move on to Coach of the Year. The winner is. I'll go first again.
Yeah, definitely go first.
Mark Dagnall of the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is a back-to-back.
A lot of Thunder love.
I'm the guy in the background of the award show. This is the second award.
The Thunder have received back-to-back awards.
This is the first time since the James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook era where the Oklahoma City Thunder have received back-to-back awards in the same award show. Yeah, I just think that what I said before about the Thunder, having a year where they fulfill or exceed expectations. I think, the coach, like last year, Mike Brown, like no one saw the Kings coming and the Kings were a 3rd seed. And it's like, oh, we got to give it to him. Before that, like Tibbs had it when the Knicks were the 4 seed. It's like, it doesn't go to the best coach. Like Spoelstra's not going to win it every year. Yeah. Pop's not going to win it every year. It goes to the coach where it's just like, oh, we didn't know y'all were going to do that. You get it. And to me, I think the Thunder are in prime position to fill that role. What do you got?
Going with the same logic, I have Ime Udoka of the Houston Rockets.
That's a good one.
Because I feel like nobody's really not nobody. Well, we did a preview for the Rockets team, and they do have expectations of that team, especially with the Udoka and the moves they made in offseason. So I feel like they're going to be better. They should be way better defensively, on top of having a lot of the young talent they still have. So if they're somehow able to creep in to the play in and just move up and have a solid winning season, he should be considered for Coach of the Year.
I like that pick. That's a good pick.
It's logical. Yeah, thank you. I made one logical pick so far. Good. I'm in there.
That's the first pick you had where I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. All right, let's move on to Rookie of the Year. And the winner is. You want me to go? Okay.
It's the same. We're going to have the same person. If we don't, it's going to be crazy.
Can we say it at the same time?
It's not gonna...
like those music award shows where they open up.
And the winner is Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, it's Vic, bro. Like Space Jam.
But I will say this, though. I think this is a very deep rookie class for sure.
Yeah.
I think Scoot's going to be really freaking good. So I think he's going to have a good year. I think the Thompson twins are really freaking good as well. Cam is looking like a freaking steal already.
Yep.
Yeah, so for me, I think this is a good rookie class. I think this is one of the better rookie classes we've had in a while. But I just think Victor Wembanyama is an alien.
Yeah, and you also have Chet as in there because he didn't play last year, so he's considered a rookie this year. So so that could be another Thunder award. Yep. But it's just it's just kind of when you watch Victor, like there's gonna be 4 or 5 times during the game he does something that, like, if you've played basketball, you watch basketball for how many years, it just doesn't make sense. You're like, wait, what? Like it's not supposed to look like that. What did he just do? Him just being on the floor just changes your defense. Like I feel like he's just gonna walk into like 2 blocks every game easily. Like
accidentally,
like just putting his hands up, bro. Like there was a couple of plays where like you could tell your last game against the Heat where players were like very hesitant to like go up just because he was in the area. He wasn't even that close, but like you watch his wingspan, you think about it, and it's overstated how skilled he is for his size, but it's real. Like he moves like a guard forward at 7'4". Has touch outside and inside, and it feels like he ended up on the perfect team, and Pop is going to put him in the best situation ever. The only way he doesn't win the Rookie of the Year is maybe if like you're losing and they decide to like sit him at the end of the year.
He doesn't play enough.
That's probably the only reason I feel like they don't have a chance. But like, it's Vic, man. It's Vic.
It's Vic. I gotta go with Victor as well. All right, 2 more awards. Most Improved Player.
My pick.
Ooh. And the award goes to.
Who do I have for this? I don't think. I think I said Jonathan Kuminga. Might be some people might feel like it's a reach. I don't care. it just feels like when we were speaking about the Warriors earlier, he feels like a player that's going to be very needed just for them to the trajectory they want to end up to, and he's looked good during preseason. Him coming off the bench and maybe finally like understand like, hey, this is his role, this is what he needs to do, and he's going to get consistent minutes and a consistent opportunity. I feel like he'd be able to put up a good amount of points and numbers, especially if he has like a player like Chris Paul, like trying to feed him the ball and pushing him in the right direction. So I could see him having like a really good season, possibly even a 6-man of the year season also. So Kuminga is my pick.
Yeah, Kuminga, man, he's interesting because I think he deserves more playing time. I think you just made a great point right there with Chris Paul, like helping him out. I think Chris Paul's going to be really big for him, for sure. My most improved player, most improved to me has always been, and I said this last episode too, where it's like, it's gone to John Morant. It's gone to players who like have always been good. And then the media is just like, okay, they're really effing good. Like he's nice. I don't think that of this player, but I do think that this player has the biggest opportunity to like put up numbers to the point where it's like, oh, that's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, another 50-point game. That's crazy.
Yeah, that player's Jordan Poole because he's out in Washington, just basically ultimate green light on a team that's going to be pretty bad. On a team that's pretty much his. What do you mean, Kwab? No, stop.
Bad?
Yes.
You're crazy.
The Wizards are bad.
They're not going to be bad. I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over on the Wizards, by the way. I just want you to know.
Oh, great. They're going to win 33 games.
I'm taking the over on the Wizards, baby. Wizards fans, I'm taking over for you guys. I believe in Chocolate City. We're doing it.
I just think Jordan Poole's going to have the opportunity to put up numbers, basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah. And he has the audacity to like average 30 on 36% shooting. So to me, Jordan Poole, most improved player, because I just think he's going to be looked at as like, oh, well, Jordan Poole's like leading the Washington Wizards to 30 wins, which is 3 more than we expected. All right. Finally, last award, the MVP. And the winner is...
Well, look, the MVP is a narrative award, and we discussed this last season when we were debating about, not debating, we were talking about, is it going to be Jokic, is it going to be Embiid?
Right.
And the discourse of the MVP became very, very nasty.
Right.
Very, very nasty. Like
very nasty, very quick. And then people just wanted to prove they weren't racist.
Exactly. It got weird, bro. Like I'm saying. And then the playoffs happened and people were like, I can't believe we gave it to this guy. It was like, we gotta stop. If you think so-and-so is the best player having the best season on the best team, give him the award, bro. Don't all this other, I don't want to hear it. It got crazy. It got crazy. I think,
man.
And because of that, I feel like they're going to double back and give it to Jokic because there's so many people.
It's a reparation.
Oh, dog. I just feel like there's so many people that are like, oh my God, we were so wrong. It should have been Jokic.
Yeah, we're sorry for what we done.
We're sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but with the MVP, I think either Jokic or I had another player, and I'm drawing a blank right now. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my player, and then you can think of your player.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it is a narrative award. I'm going Jayson Tatum here. I think the Celtics are going to be the 1 seed in the East. I think going into the season when you have a bunch of teams like the Suns and the Nuggets and the Bucks and the Lakers, whoever comes out and looks like the best team during the regular season, for instance, I think that team is going to get a lot of attention. And I think while the teams in the West are kind of fighting and jostling for position, I think the Celtics come out to a hot start. I think the Bucks have a great season, but I do think it takes a little longer for them to get acclimated with each other. I just think the Celtics won 60-plus games, and I think because of that, they're the 1 seed, and because of that, Jayson Tatum has the narrative of this was the year that Jayson Tatum stepped up to the plate as a lead and averaged this much.
But do you think
Jayson Tatum's year?
Do you think that? But do you think people will vote against him just because they feel like, oh, his team is so loaded?
I don't, because
Okay.
I think you could make that case for like any Suns player. Like
Yeah.
I think what helps Jokic a lot too. This is to your point, where it's like he has Jamal Murray, but even Jamal Murray's kind of like disrespected throughout the league. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're not looked at as like a super team. But I don't think so. I think, when Jaylen Brown starts turning the ball over, dribbling with his left hand, and people are gonna be like, yeah, Jason's leading this team. Yeah, like he's doing it.
Hey,
So for me, I'm gonna go with Jayson Tatum. I think this is the year.
do you
Because I
think?
think he's gonna get one by the time his career's over, and I think he's entering like his prime. I think now's the time.
Do you think there's any chance that Embiid repeats?
No, none, 0.
Yes, you bringing up the Sixers again. Go.
You did it, Kwab. Congratulations.
Did it?
Did you think of the second person you had or no?
No. I'm gonna stick with Jokic for now. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that does it for the award show then. Everybody, you can now get up and leave your seats. It was a fun award show. Bye-bye. Bye.